What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome to the latest Premier League transfer news. And I won't only cover Liverpool in this video, but I will cover a lot of the other clubs. So let me know, whatever club you support in the Premier League, who do you want to sign for your club? What is your summer transfer wish list? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about big news that Manchester United has let Ibrahimovic go. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Also, apparently Antonio Conte told Diego Costa, his best player, arguably one of his best players at Chelsea, in a text message that he can leave Chelsea. He is not in Conte's plans for next season. So we will talk about all these news and which players could replace these big strikers at other Premier League clubs. So if you enjoy these types of videos, make sure to smash the like button, and the career mode videos will be returning very soon. I'm just at the moment at my girlfriend's house, so later today I'm working on my new setup, so I will probably do a room tour for you guys early next week. So the first big news is that according to the Daily Telegraph and various other newspapers, Morata has agreed a deal to join Manchester United. Real Madrid and Man United probably will agree a fee of something like 64 million for Morata, and this is a quite controversial decision by Manchester United and Jose Mourinho to let one of the best strikers in Europe, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, go. His contract is up at the end of this month, and Man United didn't give him a contract extension. Football is a ruthless business, and you can see in these decisions that it is what it is, because there is no sentiment around this. Ibrahimovic will be 36 years old by the time he comes back from his terrible injury. He was so unlucky. He got injured, I think, in the semi-final second leg in the Europa League, and he couldn't play the final in his hometown in Sweden. The Man United still won the trophy, and Man United qualified for the Champions League, and Ibrahimovic, you know, where will he end up? I think Ibrahimovic wanted to stay at Man United. His agent said so, but you know, by the time Ibrahimovic gets back to full fitness, ready to go, it might be next March, and he is on £367,000 per week, and Man United, even though they could afford to pay his wages for the next 7 or 8 months without him actually playing a lot of football, it doesn't make a lot of sense for Man United to keep him. I still feel that this is a very harsh, ruthless decision, but that's what football is nowadays. It's a business, and from a business point of view, you know, Man United let Ibrahimovic go because even though he was their top scorer and he fired them to the Europa League final, he can't contribute until the second part of next season. And so I think he might go to the MLS or maybe to China even. We shall wait and see. I still feel that Ibrahimovic has a good 2 or 3 years in him if he can recover from his injury. So maybe he won't sign for a new club until he recovers from his injury and he is fully fit and he sees what his body can handle. And if he can stay fit after that and get back to his full fitness, you know, after the injury, I could see him actually getting on a challenge and maybe staying in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. Ibrahimovic actually missed 18 clear-cut chances, 5 more than any other player in the Premier League, and that's quite a lot. Even though Ibrahimovic scored quite a lot of goals, he also missed quite a lot of big chances. And I read some you know, fan opinions about Ibrahimovic, and the one thing that everybody was saying who was watching Manchester United week in, week out, that Ibrahimovic, even though his numbers as a 35-year-old in the Premier League are great, he could have scored actually twice as many goals if he finished most of his clear-cut chances. So that's a food for thought. Chelsea also might want to sign Leonardo Bonucci, the Juventus defender. Antonio Conte is definitely in for a new centre-back, and I can see one of his Juventus old you know, pals or defenders going to Chelsea. And it looks like that Kyle Walker will go to Manchester City. They are tracking him, and Tottenham are actually eyeing Serge Aurier, the PSG right back to replace Kyle Walker, and I think Man City will make some big transfers. They also are under investigation and they could get a transfer ban, Man City, maybe later this month, so that's why Man City are doing so many deals very quickly. And Man City are also linked with Benjamin Mendy, I think it's Benjamin Mendy, how he's called, the Monaco left back, but he's linked with Liverpool as well. So I really hope that Liverpool could get him, but at the moment, you know, it's anybody's guess what Liverpool will do in the transfer market, because after the Van Dijk fiasco, it's you know, it has gone very quiet. And Yahoo Sport actually today reported that Van Dijk held one-on-one talks with Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. So we now certainly know that Liverpool were in the wrong in this whole tapping up case, and this is why Liverpool apologized and apparently withdrew their interest so they don't get in trouble. Because had they not apologized in that statement, Liverpool would have been under investigation by the Premier League and would have gone either a big fine, even point deduction, or even in an extreme case a transfer ban, which would be absolutely disastrous for the club. And the Southampton wouldn't really mind you know, this, as long as it didn't leak to the press. The fact that Liverpool or somebody at Liverpool leaked it to the media that Van Dijk prefers Liverpool because of talking to Jurgen Klopp, that was just too far for Southampton, and I can understand why they got very upset about that. So Liverpool really have to evaluate how they will do their transfer business in the near future. So apparently, you know, Real Madrid already rejected £52.4 million for Alvaro Morata from Man United. They want close to 78 million. I think they will get him for probably like 64 to 70 million pounds. So that will be very interesting to see where Alvaro Morata will end up. I would have loved to see him at Liverpool, but you know, maybe it's better if Liverpool get Mohamed Salah in. That transfer at the moment is stalling, and the Mohamed Salah's agent recently tweeted that things come to those who don't wait too long, which might be a cryptic message, maybe encouraging the Liverpool hierarchy to get a deal done with Roma, otherwise Salah would go to another club. Liverpool is playing this waiting game, maybe because they know that by June the 30th Roma have to sell one of their star players to meet financial fair play requirements, and this is why maybe Liverpool are delaying the transfer. It's a risky thing to do, because another club could come in and do a deal with Roma and get Salah, but at the moment it looks like no other club is willing to pay 35 or even 40 million for Salah, which AS Roma is asking for. So it's a very interesting what will happen in this transfer saga. And the last story that I wanted to cover is that Man United looks like they must pay 44 million pounds to sign Ivan Perisic from Inter Milan, because, you know, Inter Milan just appointed former Roma manager Luciano Spalletti, and I don't think Spalletti wants to lose one of his best players, so he definitely want to keep him. That's why they slapped a big valuation on this player, and Inter have new owners, I think from China, so they will have some big investment coming, and I think it will be, you know, very interesting to see what kind of transfers Inter will do. So it's anybody's guess whether Man United are really seriously interested in Perisic, or whether it's just paper talk. Very interestingly, Lazio midfielder Felipe Anderson just gave an interview to Sport TV, and he said, "Every player dreams of playing for a team like Manchester United. After my season, that was a very good season in the second year, there has always been a lot of speculation." And he also said, "If an opportunity shows up, or when I present myself at Lazio, I have to present myself very well." So he's basically saying that he's open to a move move to the Premier League or to a big club like Manchester United, but who wouldn't? Because, you know, Lazio can pay probably 3-4 times less money to a guy like Felipe Anderson than Manchester United, so of course that he would love to play for Man United or for any other like big club in the Premier League. So let me know, what do you think about all these transfer news in the comments below, and thanks for watching. See you later guys, goodbye.